So, I want to make a video on how dog shit Yuno is. And before anyone says I'm just trying to smack on Woowa, I made 20 videos farming how dog shit Saridra is, and Yuno is legit worse than a Saridra situation, so cut me some fucking slack, alright? Yuno is complete shit, and I'm not going to try and stretch this video to 8 minutes. I'm going to give it to you how it is and how I think about it. Yuno is only best in slot for 2 characters in this game, being Gion and Augusta. I've seen some cope about Zanny. No, she's worse than both SK, and she's worse than Spectro Rover. So no, that is a complete bullshit lie made up by people who want to push an agenda that Yuno's better than she is, when she simply isn't. As for Phoebe, I am not completely sure. Maybe because of her own sub DPS capability. We'll have to see. I haven't seen any calcs on that or seen gameplay on it at all, right? However, she is only confirmed best in slot for 2 characters in this game, being Gion and Augusta. Those are the only 2, and I'm not trolling when I say this. Chikona literally has more general value as a negative status effect support than this fucking heavy attack Amper, right? So, she is just unapologetically dog shit. And the only thing people really use to defend her are her sub DPS numbers, not realizing that sub DPS is completely unreliant, especially for future value, since the stronger DPSs get, or just characters get in general, the less Yuno sub DPS will matter towards a total DPS increase, meaning she legit loses more value over time since she's not really giving all that good of buffs. Hell, outside of Augusta teams, this woman gets out-buffed by fucking Mortefi, man. Like, oh my god. I need to calm down, right? I need to calm down. So, if you guys don't already know, even though 90% of the people know, Yuno gives 50% heavy amp and 40% old damage amp. But the only character who can take advantage of the 40% old damage amp is Augusta, as you need to refresh a shield 10 times to actually get to it. Meaning every other heavy attacker, whoever the fuck you put her with in the game, will simply only receive the 50% heavy attack amp. And the only reason this exists is so Kuro can keep her in line, make sure she's only best in slot for Augusta, and she never becomes best in slot for any future characters or becomes a really solid alternative, so that they can keep doing what they've been doing, which is selling a best in slot DPS and best in slot support made for each other back to back constantly. Right? They don't want you to just pull Yuno as a generally good value pull that's only like 10% worse than the premium option. They really hate that these days. And people saying that they made her kit this way to prevent power creep are, no offense, simply fucking retarded. How are you preventing power creep by giving your full buffs to the strongest heavy attacker in the fucking game, but somehow, if you give your buffs to fucking Gion, the first DPS that released, the first character that released, that's power creep. Use your brain, people, right? This is exactly a Saridra situation. For my fellow Woowa watchers, do not think that this is something I'm only bashing Woowa for. I have made at least 20 videos shitting on Saridra. For those who don't know, Saridra is in the exact same situation as Yuno, a newly released support who is only best in slot for 2 DPSs in the game, and she has a incredibly restrictive kit, meaning there's a solid chance her future value just ends up being abysmal. Yuno is the exact same fucking situation, but just in Wuthering Waves, and I cannot believe the fact that Yuno and Saridra are this close to each other in different games, right? Please do not pull Yuno if you just want to invest into a support who is going to have long-lasting value with future DPSs. Yuno is not that character. I'm not saying you can't pull for her. I'm not saying she can't clear endgame content. She probably can, and you'll probably enjoy playing her. All I'm saying is, looking at strictly from a pull value lens, this is one of the worst characters to release in this game that I have ever fucking seen, right? Please do not think that this is a character who is going to age well in the future when more heavy attackers come out, because half of her amp in her kit simply will not work with new heavy attackers, and alongside this, the best in slot supports for new DPSs will just naturally become stronger over time, even more so than they are currently. I guarantee you the gap between Yuno and a best in slot support for a future heavy attack DPS, it's not going to look pretty, okay? It simply isn't. And so I highly recommend to all of you, do not pull this woman if you just care about her support ability going into the future for heavy attackers, right? Now, if you want to run her main DPS, or you want to run her with Augusta, that's completely fucking fine. I mean, hell, you could even pull her for Gian, despite her being a small ass upgrade. At the end of the day, she's still at least something, despite it being ass. However, if it isn't any of the team slash characters I just mentioned, this character is shit, okay? She is absolute fucking shit. Please just pull SK instead. Pull Chacona with her weapon. Do anything fucking else, man. I'm not even trolling. Chacona with her weapon is more general and better buffing than fucking Yuno, because her weapon is minus 10% arrow res reduction, which for most arrow teams and DPSs, this is a direct 13% overall damage increase, and she just gives arrow damage bonus in her base kit without it being locked to a specific type of damage like heavy or basic or any of that. Can you believe that? The negative status support is a more general support than Yuno. What the fuck is Kuro doing? Right? So, don't get me wrong, she's going to clear fine in endgame when she releases. I'm not saying she isn't. Just, once again, her pull value is very fucking bad. So, do not pull her for that reason. Only pull her if you really like her and you don't care about pull value, or you want to upgrade your Augusta Gian team or play her as main DPS. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. And peace out. So, I just realized there's only like 14 seconds left on the video to hit 8 minutes. I think my last 3 or 4 videos haven't been 8 minutes, so, you know, cut me some slack, right? Let me gain a little more money. Appreciate you all supporting the videos. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and peace out.